Hello, hello, pilot people. We have something special in store today. We are going to check out this fantastic aquarium store in Dallas, Texas called the Fish Gallery. So let's just get inside and take a look. Once again, as you can see, they have a fantastic selection of freshwater, saltwater, hardscape, substrate, live plants, and the like. The store itself is really visual appealing too. As you can see, we had a large tree in the front. And they do installations in homes and hotels and offices and things like that. So a lot of what they have out is displays to let your imagination run and examples of what they can do. So let's take a good look. In the back here too, they had this private function room or conference room. Would be great for a birthday party or a meeting or just a unique location for some kind of gathering. And in this area, they had a lot of installations, like I said, right in the wall, just like the projects that they create. And we'll take a close look at that later. Let's just wander around the store here. They even offer financing. And please like and subscribe if you like today's video and what we're doing here on the channel. And in this section, they had like a mock living room with an enormous tank set up, freshwater tank. I don't know what the gallon count on it is, but some amazing giant grammies you can see there, some cichlids, as well as some other examples of some really cool freshwater fish. Quite the visual display here. We take a close look, kind of trying to watch that glare, but like I said, we wanted to really get you to look at the species they have here. Wonderful examples of good fish. Chicken Bone Stone. Love that title. And here they had quite a unique selection of false plants. They would be great for a terrarium or a riparium, something where you wanted to kind of go above the rim or wanted some plants hanging down. They did not have reptiles here, but they had a lot of stuff that you could use for an awesome reptile or amphibian enclosure. And again, just taking a good look at the hardscapes and then on to the saltwater section. And we do take a close look at the tanks here, even if there are only a few fish in each one. They did really have a lot of unique species here, even in the freshwater section. Just things that you do not see in every store, things you do not see every day. And again, just a great visual display. As you can see, all the tanks are very well lit. They're very clean. All the fish looked healthy. It was a great place to shop. Again, please do like and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel. It goes a long way to support what we're doing here. Thank you so much. And here's a good look at the live rock and coral. They had some great examples, and the lighting was really good too, so that you could really appreciate what this might look like in your setup. This one had a lot of personality, so we took a little pause here. And here we are back in the freshwater section again. You just saw some arowanas and some cichlids. Like I said, great examples of those species. The tanks looked clean. It was a nice place to shop. Everything just looked ready to go. And here's kind of an overview of the store. You can see that tree that they had pumpkins hanging in as we entered the store. Also, they had a second-story office. And again, just examples of the installations that they can make in your private, like I said, your house or your office or hotel. We're going to take a look at some pictures later too of their work. Right now we're taking a look at some really cool shrimp, and then off to the rimless section. Again, unique setups, nano tanks, different sizes, definitely beyond your 10, 20, 30 gallons. If you just wanted a small setup, for like a desktop or things like that, or even in a kitchen, I would imagine. Really great different kind of tanks, different styles and things like that. And the imagination station, again, just a big sandbox, so you can take your hardscapes in there and kind of get an idea what fits where. And at the checkout, we'll take a second look at those great t-shirts. They were a lot of fun. We did pick out a couple. And finally, they did have some terrariums built and ready to go. They have some kind of cool enclosures specifically for terrariums. You saw one there with the grow light. And then these were ones they already had built. Very small, but just packed full of beautiful, unique materials and nice looking plants. Very artistic. Again, they were ready to go, had everything in them. They look stable. And they also sold these containers if you wanted to just kind of build your own beyond traditional aquariums. These had lids and little lights and things like that, so like I said, you can always fit something small in a unique place. They have you covered. And again, one last look at that large display tank. If we ever go through a store, we like to look at the tanks a number of times as the large fish tend to move around. Here you can see we're going to get a good look at those giant grammies. And like we said, just great species of many kinds in this tank, coexisting, nice community tank. Great work here. And finally, back to their gallery section. Again, they had some photographs hanging of their work, fish tanks that they had installed in people's homes. So it was a good example of what they can do kind of in the environment. So you can take a look at what it looks like sitting in the house. So again, service division of the fish gallery. There was maintenance, design, installation. For those of you who want a hands-off approach, this was definitely the people to go with. But like I said, on a retail level, they had everything you wanted for the hobbyist too. I mean, here's just an example of classic betas. And again, live plants, fish cultures, live food, frozen food. They definitely have you covered. One-stop shop. So one last look through the freshwater and saltwater section. We just couldn't help ourselves. It just looked so nice. It was great to just walk through it several times and take a look at the tanks and see the fish that had moved around that you hadn't seen in the first place. So it was just a great way to take a look, and all kinds of things too. I mean, here's a stuffed pink axolot, as well as any other kind of fish you wanted. This is just very whimsical, very fun. So we're just going to go ahead and end here on this chartreuse stuffed Plecostomus. So once again, the Fish Gallery in Dallas, Texas. What a joy. Great place for fish. If you're there, take a look, take something home. And thanks again for checking us out here at Pilot Light Media.